Hey, you want to make a nice water shader with KarmaXPU and MaterialX and Houdini? I know I do, because I still haven't bothered to learn Redshift. First, set up an okay looking flip sim. This should only take 4 or 5 months. When it comes down to it, decent looking water usually has at least 2 parts, an exterior mesh and an interior volume, each with its own shader. For this example, I'm just going to take the mesh that gets created here when you use the shelf tools to create a flip tank and put one null in for the exterior of the water, which is a geometry, then VDB from polygons it into a fog volume and add another null. This is our interior volume. Now we bring both of these into Solaris with SOP imports. While you're at it, set up a nice HDRI, a camera with a nice depth of field that can blur out all your mistakes, and a Karma render settings node. In the render settings node, switch the mode to XPU and turn on KarmaXPU in your viewer. Bump up the limits on reflection, refraction, and volume here as well. I'm going to hide the interior now so we can work on the exterior shader first. Let's create a material library for the water components and add a Karma material builder with a MaterialX standard surface shader. We decrease the specular roughness to near 0, probably 0.01, change the IOR to 1.33, which is the IOR of water at 20 degrees Celsius, and put the transparency close to 1. We assign this material with an assign material node, dragging the fluid exterior component from the hierarchy and then the material we created, all while remembering we have to be more compulsive about USD organization if we ever make a scene with more than 2 things in it. That's one watery looking mesh. Now let's make a volume shader for the interior so it doesn't look so much like shit. Back in our material library, just create a volume shader. In order for this to render correctly, we need to add a render geometry settings node to the interior component and change this setting down here. Now we can add the volume shader to the interior component and make it visible again. To dial in the basic look, we can play with the density a little. This is going to make it look like there's silt and dirt and stuff in there. We can also change the color to make it look more like the East River. There! All it's missing is the smell. If you like and subscribe, I'll show you how to make a trash bag or a dead raccoon float around in there.